like what do I do about that? Like what do I do? What is supposed to happen with that? What is today? Today's June 7th, so a week into June already, and needless to say, things are kind of all over the place for everyone, I guess. And I debated if I was going to say anything about, the situation with, the like Black Lives Matter movement and the police brutality and stuff, but I think that not saying anything is culpable as well, not just kind of sitting here quietly. There's only so much you can avoid or, whatever before, like I said, you also kind of are like culpable in that. I have been trying to, talk about it with my family and talk about it with my friends, kind of get everyone on the same page. I think with my family, it's a little bit hard because as good people as my parents are, they're kind of not very aware of these kinds of like social things, and kind of in the most innocently ignorant way, they don't really understand it. So I'm trying to kind of, because for them, they see us as, kind of very disadvantaged. My dad's disabled. We are in a very low income bracket, and so they kind of see it as like, well, isn't it hard for everybody? But I'm trying to explain that we still have some privileges and that's just how it is, and they're trying to understand, and it's, it's a process and we're learning, and I'm trying to make a difference in, educating and kind of helping them see, what the system is that everyone is up against. And they're starting to kind of see it, especially with all of the like brutality that has happened and all this stuff. I think they're starting to kind of be like, maybe there's a little more to this than we are seeing. So that's one good thing. But back to your, regularly scheduled programming, I guess. For my friend Rich, I had a commission to do, and I will show you now. Hold on. Yeah, so this is a commission. It's pretty big. Like hand for reference. Whoa. But it's, I think, 2 by 3 feet. And yeah, it's that will be going out shortly. I'm gonna see if Rich is gonna let me put in the clips of them like talking about this, because otherwise you're not going to understand what this is.
Yes.
Dude, what I'm thinking right now is we get fucking like a creation of Adam type of thing.
Yeah. Okay, this is good.
Who's Adam and who is God? Like,
I mean, I'm obviously God.
okay.
Wait, whose penis do you see? Do you see both of their penises or just Adam's?
Do we want to be naked in this?
Well, yeah, if we're doing it right, we gotta be naked.
I thought I was gonna be in the onesie.
Yeah, once he's cut up, you're still gonna see your penis.
Dude! Okay.
There's gotta be penis in the drawing.
I don't think she'll have a problem with that.
Yeah, I don't think she would either. She's an artist.
But yeah, so that's done. Guys, I just want to show you this. I've been working really hard to get all the flowers. So right now I'm currently missing the purple pansies, and up until today, because Mike came over and watered my flowers yesterday, I was missing blue roses. Do you see it right there? That's my first blue rose, and I'm like almost 400 hours into playing, and there it is. It's here. Hello, my son. Excuse you. Don't be rude. So I, right now, am going through my PowerPoint, my final, thesis presentation. It's tonight in about an hour, almost exactly an hour. I was just told yesterday. So I'm going through that, and the awkward part, I think I'm the only one that has to be online. I think everyone else is gonna just be in the room watching me because I think the other students are back at school. So that's awkward, but yeah, I hope it goes okay. I'm a little bit nervous because I haven't spoken Chinese in a long time, and I have my notes, I made notes, and I'm gonna read it because, it's fine, but I'm still a little bit nervous. What do I suddenly have allergies or something? My nose is all tingly I'm gonna cry. My eyes, yeah, I look like I'm crying. I'm gonna prop you guys up on an eraser because the angle isn't right for the camera, but you guys getting tired of seeing me sitting here at this desk? Well, I'm tired of being here, so what did I turn the camera on for? Oh, I remember. Okay, so last thing I had told you guys, I think the last thing I had told you, I was waiting on, it was an hour before my big presentation. Actually intended to turn the camera on to catch some of it. When the call, when the video chat call came in, I was just I couldn't, I needed to focus on that because I was gonna freak out. But kind of a weird situation. I'm sorry, I keep rubbing my eyes. Yeah, it was kind of interesting since all of my classmates, this isn't for the international department, it's not other foreign students, it's my Chinese classmates from art. Oh, bless me. But the Chinese students, I think maybe a month ago went back to school, or sometime last month. Obviously everyone's physically there, so for the presentations they were all there. I was the only one that wasn't there. So my advisor, we don't use Zoom, but it was a Zoom call, zoomed me in, and it was I think I've shown it in some other videos, but that big conference room that we use for presentations and meetings and stuff, it's just me up on the giant projector and everyone's watching. I'm this is awkward. But when I was actually doing my presentation, I was sharing my screen with my PowerPoint, so you couldn't see anything. Yeah, she said that it went really well, and the only, there were some technical issues where it was really laggy, and the volume is really off. It's a really old, shitty computer that they're using, so it's not really supposed to be used for video conferencing and stuff like that. So I could hardly hear anything, even with my volume all the way up. She, when it came to the question and answer portion of the presentation, my whole presentation was maybe 25-30 minutes. So she turned it around, I could see everyone talking, and I could very faintly hear, but there were pauses, and I could tell that I was supposed to be saying something, but I couldn't make out what anybody was saying. So finally my advisor, turned the camera back around, and she just relayed everything to me, directly into the speaker. So it was a little awkward, but it came out fine. And she told me the next day that I got an 88 on that portion. Yeah, it went well. So as far as the art department is concerned, I have graduated. I have met all of their requirements for graduation. So I'm just waiting on my HSK still. I told you guys in the last video, I think, the situation with signing up, getting it canceled, there's nothing. It's completely out of my hands right now. Kind of hanging out, waiting, gonna find out. Honestly, I don't want to say I'm at the point that I don't care, because this is 4 years of my life and I want it to count for something on paper, but this has all been quite an experience that, some of you guys have been with me since I got accepted there, since I was still living in the States, and this was 2016 when I first moved, and now 2020, these 4 years have flown by. It's crazy. I remember thinking, before it all started, I was oh man, 4 years living outside the US, am I gonna be able to do this? I don't know. And I've done it. It's so weird. It's such a surreal, crazy thing to me. So I don't want to say obviously that I don't care if I graduate, because I mean I do. Obviously I want it to like I said, count on paper for something, but like it's been such a crazy, one-of-a-kind, priceless experience, and that's kind of like what I'm trying to keep in mind. Like if something doesn't come through or whatever, I'm like, well, you know, cool. I mean, there's things I regret for sure, but like I definitely don't regret the entire thing, you know, like this has been a really cool experience. I promise I'm not getting emotional. I'm just like, I open my windows and suddenly I'm like, my eyes are just like, what? Yeah, let's hope, you know, fingers crossed that it all goes through. But now maybe I will get emotional for this part, but, you know, I was kind of saying in the last video that I was bummed about some of the more, like, superficial things that I'm kind of missing. And yesterday in the group chats, everybody, you know, for the graduating students in the art department were deciding on which like graduation photos were best. So, you know, obviously I missed taking the pictures as a group. I had said I'm pretty bummed about that kind of stuff because it's just one of the experiences that I was really looking forward to, and I can always go back. They said, you know, I can go back next year or whatever and take pictures with the graduating students, but like they're not my graduating class, you know, so all my graduation stuff is not going to say my graduation year and whatever. And like I know that that's super, like, it doesn't matter. Like I'm stressing that I know that it doesn't matter. Like there are so many things that are happening that are so much more important. But like I said, you know, you're allowed to kind of be a little upset about some of the things that, you know you're missing out, and you put time and effort to be a part of that just kind of like fell apart for circumstances that aren't beyond your control. It is what it is. I'm here, I'm safe, I'm alive, I'm living the dream, I guess. Okay, so I'm watching the new season of Queer Eye. This is the episode where they're in Point Pleasant in, you know, Jersey Shore, which is someplace that I go, like, often, so it's weird to, you know, see that. But anyway, I just wanted to show you, since I showed you my blue roses the other day, look what sprouted today. That is my purple pansy. It was over like here, so like those two new ones are, I moved them from somewhere else, but I was waiting for any of these together to be hybrids to spawn that flower, and today I finally got it. So that actually means, ooh, look at that butterfly. So that actually means that I have all of the flower types. Oh, and there's a balloon. Okay, I gotta go, bye. Good morning, guys. So, wait, it is still morning. Yes, it's 11:30, so it's still morning. Couple things. Let me sit down first because I don't want to stand here and hold this. just prop you guys up. Yeah, I notice it only when I'm editing that I tend to repeat myself a lot because I forget that I've already told you something. But I'm pretty sure I said about, you know, kind of it's a bummer that I wasn't there for graduation pictures and stuff. I guess the thing about the pictures is, you know, they would have been taken weeks ago, actually, before some of my other classmates were there. So as far as like, when I saw the pictures, I saw they do them by like individual classes. So like my painting studio would have had their own picture, and everyone was there. And then they also, like, they do it, you know, with all the graduating art students and stuff like that. So there's a bunch of different pictures, but apparently for like the larger, you know, group photos, a lot of people weren't there because, like I said, this would have been weeks ago. I think a lot of students hadn't yet gone back to school. Probably only the ones that were there were the ones that already lived nearby, because I don't know if the dorms were open at that point. But I do want to show you this. I put it on my Patreon already because it's just like the funniest thing, I think. And I'm like, I feel two ways about it, and I'll get into it in a second. I'll show you here, but if it's not like clear, I'll put it up on the screen. So what happened was my advisor asked for everyone's passport photos. Here's the photo of all of us together. I probably stand out like a sore thumb because I'm literally like a sheet of paper. But they used our passport photos and like clip art, cap and gown, and like put us, everyone in like that back row there, and like down, you know, you can tell obviously which ones are kind of photoshopped in, but they put a picture of everyone that couldn't be there, so like they, you know, put it with, you know, everybody. So yeah, there's me. And okay, so when I got this picture taken, like I guess they brighten your, because I've seen what they do as far as like editing like passport photos and stuff when I'm in China. So like at school we have a like little photo studio, and I remember I had to go get something printed for a drawing that I was doing my first year. They also take passport photos there, and like so I watched them, you know, so they, you know, how do you sit down, whatever, and then I watched them take the photo, then they like look at it directly on a screen, they brighten it like a ton of shades so that your skin is lighter, and then they go in and they like will like thin your jaw, make your eyes bigger, like do away with any kind of like pimples or anything. And like I'm looking at this picture and I'm like, why are my eyes like that? Why, like, bro, if you're gonna edit it, you could have at least made my face symmetrical. But like, look at the color of my skin. Why is my skin that color? Like, I look like a dead person. I feel, so like I said, I feel kind of two ways about it. One, it's horrifying, like it's a little bit scary, but also like on the other hand, it's really sweet and like really endearing that my advisor or whoever like sat and like made this photo for everyone that couldn't be there. Like I think that's really, really cute. So yeah, I don't know, I'm like definitely gonna like print this out or something, and you know, just like have people tell them not to look too close if it's like framed and hanging up in my house. But yeah, no, that's like, that was one of the things that I was really bummed about. And like, yeah, I'm bummed that I couldn't be in the picture and I have to be like photoshopped in. But someone understood that without me really even saying that. You know, I kind of had said that I was a little bit bummed, but I didn't really go into it. And, you know, they were like, yeah, well, we're taking care of it. Don't worry about it. Like, we're making a picture for everybody. And that's like really funny. Still don't know if I'm graduating, by the way. I have another commission going out today. I have another thing. I don't want to say what it's part of yet, but this little commission, I'll talk more about it. I don't know, maybe this vlog, maybe a different vlog, depending on when everything starts to come together. But yep, this guy's going out today. This is a memorial piece for kind of a friend of the family whose dog has passed away. So yeah, happy to do this kind of stuff.